Hi guys, it's Tom Bell here. I hope you're doing great, and of course, all busy with your affiliate campaigns and profiting in this e-commerce quarter 4 that we've just moved into. And I also hope you've got some exciting Thanksgiving and Christmas plans on the horizon as the colder weather starts to move in. Well, certainly here in England, that's the case. So in today's webinar, as you know, I've got a very special guest and friend with me today, which is Andy Fletcher. So how are you doing today, Andy?
Hey Tom, I'm doing well, thank you. Thanks for having me on your show. I really appreciate you hosting.
You're welcome. Now, Andy, in my opinion, I don't want to embarrass him too much, is nothing short of a genius. He's the CEO and founder of Convertri, and for those of you who aren't familiar with Convertri, it's a lightning fast website and funnel builder software and platform. So for those of us, myself included, who don't really do any coding or HTML, obviously a platform like this is a dream scenario really, because we don't have to go to a web designer every time and pay for our page to be hard coded. Now, there will be times in my own businesses where I do hire developers to build out sort of my e-commerce projects and authority websites perhaps, but when it comes to classic affiliate marketing, pretty much every time I'm using and my students are using funnel builders really. And of course, you guys will be familiar with some of those already out there, and you've probably tried some and discovered the benefits to doing that, as well as some of their shortcomings, particularly with loading speed and just a general lack of flexibility on the editing side of things. Now, aside from myself having a lot of admiration for Andy on the business front and launching a multi-million-dollar company in the internet space in actually a relatively short space of time, I think you got going in 2015, didn't you, Andy?
Yeah, that was when we first started building Convertri.
Right. So Andy really listened to what the customer wanted when it comes to these kind of softwares. And there was really a massive pain point in the market at the time where funnel builders weren't of any kind of quality. And you always had to be a coder to actually use them. And Andy will probably laugh at that one and get what you wanted out of them in the first place. So Andy basically said, well, I am a coder, but you shouldn't have to be a coder in order to use these facilities. And shortly afterwards, Convertri was born. So today, in this interactive webinar format, Andy's going to provide us with a bit of content mixed in with a demo of how you can get started to in making beautiful looking landing pages for your affiliate campaigns that really convert. And we're also going to be talking about the key components of an effective landing page as well, plus the power of multivariate split testing on your landing pages. And in my own campaigns, and this is something I'm really big on with my private coaching students, I could show you a ton of data where just making an adjustment in the headline or main image at the top of your landing page can have a dramatic impact on your conversions. So I don't want to speak too much for Andy. I'll let him take over in just a moment. But as always, guys, if you do have any questions for either of us, make sure to pop those in the chat box as we go, or just save them to the end, and we will happily answer those for you during the dedicated Q&A section of the webinar. So over to you, Andy.
Thank you so much, Tom. And hey, everyone, great to have you here today. I hope everyone can hear me all right. Can you stick a 1 in the chat box, assuming you can hear me, and you should see on your screen my headline, which is Affiliate Landing Page Secrets, Your Journey to $100 a Day. Stick a 1 in the chat box. Tell me you can see that. Tell me you can hear me. Perfect.
Yeah, I can see someone coming through. Good morning, Lloyd. Yeah, it's just got a good morning there for us. All
excellent.
Good.
Good morning to everyone. Thank you
Thanks
very much
for joining us.
It's been early in America. A great time in the UK. Forgive us for being British, and thank you to the thank you to the Americans that are coming in as well that say they got up early for this. I'm quite flattered. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, so as Tom said, I'm here to teach you about landing pages, how to assemble them, like the most important feature of like affiliate marketing campaigns. And by the end of it, I want to have shown you just how fast you can get something like this set up, because I remember just how overwhelming it all felt early on. Like I got my start in affiliate marketing, as we'll talk about in a mo, and I realized like I felt so overwhelmed, and this is kind of the presentation I wish someone had done for me back then. So I want to show, like, this is the format you'll be used to seeing if you've been on a webinar before. It's a nice format. It helps the flow. Like, it helps me organize my thoughts. But like, there isn't some like $2,000 like training package for sale at the end of it. At the end of this, Tom and I will tell you how you can get like a free trial to the software, the templates, a one-to-one onboarding call with a member of my team. Like, there's no like marketing tricks and tactics involved here. Like, I think we sell great software. I think you're going to love it. I hope you will take the trial, you will engage with my team, you will build campaigns with the templates. I hope you use all of the cool stuff we offer. I hope you love it, and then I hope you subscribe after that. But don't, as I say, everything I'm going to talk about today, you can have a free trial of at the end of it. Absolutely, like, it's not even money down with a money back guarantee. We offer completely free trial, even the one-to-one onboarding call. So I hope you join us. Obviously, please do listen up. This is, you are on a computer right now, you're on a phone, you have distractions. You are going to get text messages during this. Your social media could be open. Like, turn your phone over, put it on silent, close the tabs. Like, try and give this your full attention. I was very guilty early on of trying to, like, I prided myself on being a multitasker. That's what I did. And what this meant was I checked my text messages and I like just browsed that bit of social media and I replied to an email, and everything took me so much longer than if I just sit down and engage for like 45 minutes. So please give me your full attention and I will attempt to do this justice and share basically all of the affiliate landing page secrets that I know and help you on your journey to earning that first $100 a day, which is, for me, was like the big turning point, which is what we're going to talk about in a sec. Right, Tom's done a brilliant intro, so I promise not to dwell on this. A little bit about myself. I'm the founder of Convertri, and my specialism is affiliate marketing. I've run 3 7-figure companies, and now I've got an 8-figure business, and it was all built around affiliate marketing. I've owned an affiliate network. I've driven over $10 million worth of affiliate sales. The biggest campaign I've ever run as a vendor, we grossed over $750,000 in a week. And the biggest campaign I've ever run as an affiliate sold over $100,000 in a week. I've been in this industry for well over a decade now. I've run just about every kind of campaign there is out there. And I share this to brag a little bit because of course I do, but I want to help you understand, I do at least vaguely know what I'm talking about. But I also want to help you understand that this isn't where I started. Like, I've been doing this a long time. I'm not here to promise you that you're going to like run a 7-figure company tomorrow if you follow this. What I'm trying to teach you here is how to get going, how to reach that first initial point. Because my initial story started like this. I had graduated from a UK university. I was in my second job out of a university in a London startup. And we were all called into the boardroom one day, foolish mortals that we were. We thought our stock options were going to be worth something. But instead, what the directors told us was, we can't pay you this month, but if everyone works hard, we think we can pay you next month. Now, I would have been about 25 at this point, and I had this sudden shock realization that, wait, paying me is optional? Like, I take on all of this risk. I don't get any of the upside if the business works out, but I can suffer the downside if they screw it up. Like, that's not going to work for me. So I quit in a huff of like 25-year-old bravado, determined to like make myself successful online. And as I've got some nice illustrations of, the next like year or so was quite dramatic for me because I tried everything. I did SEO, I did forum posting, like tons of like, engagement stuff and trying to build email lists. And honestly, none of it worked for a long time. Like, it was a struggle. But like the moment for me, that really exciting breakthrough came when I'd made this really simple PHP script. I'd knocked it up in a couple of hours because everyone back then, the big thing everyone wanted was a way to cloak their affiliate links. Now it's just table stakes. Everyone knows how to do this. Everyone's got a free script to do it. But back then, this was really exciting stuff. But I'd made this script, I'd given it to a bunch of people, and one day, I got the question, like, how do I even install this? What do I do? And I was like, oh, just go get a HostGator account and set it up. And the guy was like, oh, cool, thank you. What's your affiliate link? And I gave this person my affiliate link, and they signed up for HostGator, and I got a $25 commission. And it was the most exciting thing in the world ever. I had taken an action, I had done a thing, I'd found someone that needed something, I'd shown them where to get it, and I got a commission from that. Now, I know lots of people on this call probably like, maybe you've already had that moment, or maybe you like kind of get the affiliate model, but I always like to share this because that moment when you get your first commission, if you haven't experienced it yet, is just ultimately life-changing. That realization that it's not a scam, like it's not all made up. Sure, the internet is full of scams, but there is plenty of affiliate marketing stuff that just works. It's just good marketing practice, and you can learn how to do this. And that's what I'm hoping I can share in this. Because for me, like, being able to pay my rent, pay my bills, go out for a coffee without worrying about it. I was 25, so a big part of my life back then was partying on the weekend with my friends and doing all of that while, like, my contemporaries had to, like, they set their alarms, they went off to a day job. I got to, like, after we went out partying, I got to sleep in the next day. And growing that affiliate marketing business while having that freedom and being able to pay my bills was truly liberating. And it's the start of, like, the successful career I've built in the industry since. So, like, one of the weird things people often say to me is, "Oh, Andy, like, you run this big software company now. Like, why do you teach this beginner internet marketing, like beginner affiliate marketing stuff?" And honestly, the answer is because it's a great place where to start. Like, sure, I happily coach people on how to, like, start big SaaS software companies too, but, like, that's not for everyone. Not everyone's ready for that. Not everyone wants that. Like, a lot of people want the freedom, particularly right now, the cost of living crisis, the energy crisis. Like, a lot of people just want to know how to make that first $100 a day in a consistent fashion. And that's what I'm going to try and do on this call. I'm going to show you how the tools work. I'm going to show you an amazing template. I'm going to show how to put it all together. I'm going to show all of the other stuff that my company offers, and I hope you join us. But hopefully by the end of the call, you will see how it all fits together. And I will hang around afterwards for as long as you need. You can ask me as many questions as you want, whether it's about the software or about, like, marketing in general. I will happily answer anything you want to know. So, in fact, I've left this slide in from a previous one. So I've covered this, but just, like, these are my reasons that I love affiliate marketing. Like, I love owning a software company. It's amazing. But as a way to get started, having something that is cheap, where you can be independent, you don't have to create the product, you don't have to carry inventory, you don't have to worry about fulfillment and distribution. And probably most importantly, someone else has already figured out how to sell the product. So a lot of what you need to do, the other guy, the vendor, has already done the work for you. So today, when I'm showing you how to fill in templates, I'm not going to be teaching you really deeply complicated marketing concepts. What I'm going to be teaching you is how to find the answers on somebody else's sales page and then fill in a template that we've got for you. And that makes it so much more achievable than trying to do everything for yourself from scratch. Okay, right, engagement time. I've waffled long enough. Let's get into the important stuff. So what is the most important factor for successful affiliate marketing? Stick your answers in the chat. Incidentally, my chat thing is broken. Tom might have to read out some of the things people say. I haven't seen.
I've got it my side anyway, so no worries there.
So what do people think is the most important factor for doing successful affiliate marketing? Stick your answer in the chat box. Let me know what you think.
We'll just wait for those to come in. Okay, Lloyd is saying conversions.
Yeah, conversions, very important factor. Not what I would say is the most important factor. And clearly, I think there's a right answer. I've built a presentation around it, so don't feel bad if no one gets it.
Okay, we'll just give it another 30 seconds or so and see.
Excellent. I'm just going to take a swig of water as well.
Yeah. You're doing Excellent. A great job, Andy. Yeah.
So we have like, often we talk about like the offer or the market you're in, or like there's a lot of received wisdom from marketing in general that it's totally true of affiliate marketing. You want to have a great offer. You want to have good conversions. You want to have all these things that are just always true in marketing. But in affiliate marketing, the most important factor is speed, because most stuff has kind of already been done for you, and it's your ability to get there quickly that is going to make the difference between succeeding or not. The faster your pages load, the cheaper your ads are going to be. I'll talk more about that in a moment. The quicker you can build a campaign, the more shots you can take. Now, the better you get at marketing, the more informed you can be, the better your first attempt will be. But as any successful marketer will tell you, Tom included, like it never works first time. So if it takes you a month to get a campaign up and running, you're probably not going to succeed. What matters is, how do I get something up and running quickly so I can test it, so I can try something, I can test this offer, I can test this product, I can test this ad, I can test this landing page, I can test this headline, I can see what's going on. So everything you do needs to be set up to enable it to be fast. And The other thing, which is obviously clearly going to be a plug for my company, I make no bones about it, is the speed of support you can get in your endeavors. Because it's just no good to you if you have a tool that isn't intuitive, or if like you're on something like WordPress and you have to Google for all the answers yourself, and it takes you like a week and a half just to like move something around on the page. Like if everything takes you that long to get up to speed, to understand what you're doing, to make changes, just getting to those results, even if the result to start with is you get your first campaign up and it fails, like that is an important step, because your first try at anything is going to fail. Like that's true of me today. It's not like I have some magic wizardry skills. What matters is how fast you can get there so you can do another one. So let's start by talking about page speed. This is our first spot the difference. Who can tell me what the difference is between these two landing pages? You probably have to look quite closely. So what I can tell you is the one on the right converted 25% higher than the one on the left. Can anyone tell me what the difference is between the two pages?
Wow, that's a big difference for something so subtle.
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's have a look. Any answers, guys? I think people are shy.
I'm not surprised, because you can't actually see the difference in the screenshot. It's a trick. Sorry, I'm that guy. The difference is
Lloyd's saying optimized.
Yeah, the right-hand page, the one that converted 25% higher, loaded quicker. The one on the left was a standing landing page that took more than 3 seconds. The one on the right was optimized and loaded in under a second. And the difference for us was 25% higher conversions, 25% more opt-ins for the same traffic, the same ads, the same spend, the same everything, just loaded quicker. So we got 25% more opt-ins. And our results are actually at the low end of the industry. When we first started, 2015, 2016, Amazon had recently run a test at that point where they showed that their numbers showed that they got 40% more like conversions if the page loaded in under 3 seconds. And a couple of years ago, Google repeated the same experiments, and at that point it was 52% more conversions. Again, same traffic, same everything, but just page that loads in under 3 seconds, page that loads in under 3 seconds. It is such an enormous difference. If you think about your ad spend, like if your page loads in over 3 seconds, you're losing half of your traffic before you even get started. So your ads are costing twice as much. It means it'll take you twice as long to find out if something works. It makes such a crazy difference. I can't tell you how important this is. Your pages must load fast. A typical example for anyone on the call that has run a campaign in the past, you have probably seen where it might not be Facebook, it might be like your native ads campaign, it might be wherever you get your traffic from. They tell you, like Facebook says, they've sent you 100 clicks, and your Google Analytics reports that you had 75 clicks to the page. And most people look at these numbers and they go, oh, fine, I guess Facebook's lying to me, but of course they are, like they're charging me per click, or they want me to think I've got more clicks, etc., etc. The truth is Facebook probably actually aren't lying to you. What's happened is 100 people clicked the link in Facebook and 25 of them got bored before the landing page loaded. So when you see more clicks coming out of Facebook than show up in your Google Analytics, they're literally people that have got bored and they wandered off. And this is particularly important for affiliate marketing, because the less engaged your traffic is, the more important page speed is. Let me explain. If you log into Gmail to check your email, and let's say Google's having a bad day and it took 20 seconds for your email to open, you're just going to sit there and stare at the screen, right? Like it's your email. You're not going to wander off and be like, oh, I guess I'm not checking my email today. You're going to wait. You're super engaged. You want the result. It's fine. When someone clicks a very affiliate marketing interrupt-driven ad, it's like a native ad at the end of the article. It's like an interrupt ad in the middle of a Facebook feed. They're engaged slightly. Like they've clearly looked at your headline on the ad. They've clicked it for a reason. They probably haven't clicked it at random, but they don't really care. So you've got a very limited window to get that page in front of them and show them the next part of your message before they go, like 3 seconds later, they're just going to be like, I don't really care. I didn't really want to know about, the 12 ways to lose fat loss with bananas, or whatever the hook is. So you've got to get it in front of them as quickly as you possibly can. Now, build speed. I promised you like a demo of the software. I'm going to take you through like how to construct a landing page. I've got a template. Again, you can have a free copy of the template at the end of this. And what I want to show you is how to use a pre-designed template that we've in fact based on Tom's training. Like this is specific to this call. This isn't some like generic thing we've done. We literally built it out based on a landing page he sent us. And I also got members of my team to fill it in to make sure like it worked. It wasn't just me making stuff up. So what we're going to look at is how to get the information out of the sales page, how to fill in the template, and just to show you how quick and easy this process can be with the right tooling. So first of all, I have absolutely no affiliation with this product. This one we picked pretty much entirely at random off ClickBank. This is the Self-Sufficient Backyard. It's a $40 ebook that teaches you how to basically use your back garden to be self-sufficient and grow a load of cool stuff. And it's a good product. It sells on ClickBank. You could easily be an affiliate for this. I recommend, since I'm recording about this on this call, you don't be an affiliate for this, because whatever I do a demo of, a whole bunch of people are going to go and try and do the same thing for. Try and find your own product. Try and find your own thing. But the template I'm going to show you will work pretty much regardless of the product. The process of filling it in will work pretty much regardless of the product. So let's have a go at filling in a template. So this is, in fact, while Convertri opens the template, let me just show you, this is an example someone on my team put together where we filled it in. What you'll notice is the images on the page, the text from the page, the concepts in the copy itself, they are all from the sales page. Absolutely everything about it. Like I got two members of my team to do it. One just used images that were on the page, like I think they pulled out this one and one of the others. One of them got clever and like did a screen grab to get a couple of images out of the video, so it would be a bit different. But neither of that really matters. The point is, you're not trying to go somewhere else and get loads of other information. You're not trying to, basically, whenever you're doing affiliate marketing, if you're trying to be clever, you're doing it wrong. You need to use the information that's just already available to you and then fill in a proven template. So in this case, as I say, this template is from a landing page that's all from Tom's training. And what we've done is we've turned it into Mad Lib copy. So you'll see the headline where it says this product type could help audience achieve results, even with crisis. Now, what we're going to do, in fact, clearly what I've done in advance, like I'm not going to sit here and pick through the sales page in front of you. That would be very boring. But please know that we have gone through the sales page and everything I'm going to put in there was on this sales page. The guys who own this product, the vendor, they have paid a copywriter to do this. They have gone through a really expensive marketing process. They understand their audience, they understand the words to use, they understand what this kind of person wants. They already understand all of that. You don't need to reinvent the wheel for it. You need to go through the sales page, you need to pick out what are the things they care about, what is it about, and then use that to fill in a template. So let's have a go. Let's say, so using this, we've got product name. So one thing you should understand is that editing stuff in Convertri it's completely freeform, and it's the brief we gave the development team in the early days was everything about it should work as close to Word as possible if Word was actually built for editing web pages. If you ever tried to edit a web page in Word, you know it's an absolutely awful experience. But what we've taken is all of the good parts of Word, where if you ever edited a document in it, you know how easy it is. You know how you can just type stuff. So when we edit this text, we can just delete the Mad Lib, and we can say, so the source is the Self-Sufficient Backyard. That's the product name. We've got the author, which say that's me. Although again, you could just pull the names off the sales page. It doesn't. Don't try and be clever. Don't try and reinvent the wheel. Then let's go right. Product type. This new system could help homeowners achieve self-sufficiency. Can I spell? Yes, I can. Excellent. With
capital S, technically. I've just been difficult.
Sorry, say again, Tom.
I said capital S, but I was just being difficult.
Oh my goodness, there we go. Yeah, I mean, we're internet marketers. We have to capitalize every word in a headline, or we basically need to go and shoot ourselves. There we go. So hopefully, like we'll fill in the rest of the page, or like I might not bore you doing the whole thing, but hopefully you can see already from the headline how the template shouldn't just give you like what a lot of our competitors do is they give you a template which is like put an image here, put a headline here. What we try and do with as many of our templates as possible is we don't just give you, say, like headline here. We try and give you a Mad Lib format for the headline. So all you've got to go and do is look at the sales page, work out what the slots are, what you need to fill in, and then you can drop the answers to it like a little puzzle into the page, and yours should just work exactly the same. Works the same with images. So let's swap this out.
Right. Can I just step in for a moment, Andy?
Of course you can.
So one of the things I want to draw your attention to, guys, is what Andy's doing in the headline there. So I think it's a good way we can actually go through the marketing as you go through the template of the land round. I think that would be a good way to sort of interact with it. But look what he's doing. He's calling out benefit-orientated ideas, but he's also added in some curiosity. Because I'm kind of left thinking, you know, this new system that could help homeowners with self-sufficiency, even with what is the solution? You know, I'm curious. So when you have these kind of landing pages, when you've got a VSL coming afterwards, you don't need to show someone a load of testimonials. You know, you don't need a big long advertorial. All you're trying to do is pre-frame someone that they're going to see a video afterwards and make them curious here. I think that's key for this kind of lander.
Absolutely. Like this is, so I could probably go into a little bit more of the like Mad Lib, like why we're doing the Mad Libs as well. So let's have a look at it. So it's this product type could help audience achieve results even with crisis. So as Tom mentioned, like product type, that's going to appeal to the kind of thing this kind of person wants. We say we use audience because that's basically calling out to the kind of person that we think this appeals to. Now, again, remember, I know nothing about this niche. I could, if my camera was on, I could show you the size of my garden. Like, I'm not in this target market. I don't know anything about it. The point is I don't have to because the vendor's already done that work for me. I don't know that it's homeowners that this is going to appeal to. The sales page tells me it's homeowners that it's going to appeal to just by reading it. So, but by filling that in, it speaks to the person. Now, there's a lot of like an immediate reaction to a lot of this stuff is like, oh, but what about non-homeowners? Aren't we ruling those kind of people out? Aren't we turning them off? And it's important to understand in marketing, particularly affiliate marketing, where we're trying to get really niche. You're trying to call out your perfect prospect as well as you possibly can. So don't worry about ruling people out. Focus on ruling people in. Focus on saying this is for you. And the you that we're talking to is the person that's being talked to in that sales page. Like don't try and figure it out for yourself. Read the sales page and then talk to the same person in the same way. So again, the main benefit, the main result that they're looking for is self-sufficiency. We can get that one just from the name of the product. It's called the self-sufficient backyard. It's safe to assume the kind of person that's interested in being self-sufficient with their backyard wants to be self-sufficient. And then our crisis, like our extra curiosity, it also makes it timely, it makes it up to date, something like with rising food prices. Like, I don't think there's anyone on this call, I don't think anyone that will listen to this replay that is going to question like that. As of the time of recording, food prices are going up quite a bit, and it makes it just that much more relevant to what's in the people's head. So again, don't worry about ruling people out, focus on ruling people in. Anything you want to add to that, Tom, before I talk about images?
No, that's cool. I think you did a great job. I've got something to add on the image front, so I'll let you get ahead with that.
Excellent. So again, as I say, images that you're going to use on your landing page, don't worry about like getting some. We've got integrations with Pixabay and like all kinds of stock sites like Unsplash and so on. If you want to get custom and creative, but you probably shouldn't. Like this page is full of images that you can use. So we can go change image. Convertri, we can literally drag, you can't see this, I've got it open next to it, but I can upload it here, select the image, and immediately we've got our image live on the page. I could click publish right now and that image will be live on the web. And most importantly, that image will be optimized. So this was a challenge we set the whole team early on. My business partner, Neil, is a really keen photographer, and he has one of those like massive cameras that take just enormous images. So like every image is like 10, 20, 30 megabytes. And obviously if you put that image on the page, it would just never load, or it would take like a minute to load. So what we set ourselves the challenge of doing was, no matter how big the image is that gets thrown on the page, Convertri should be able to optimize it for you. So when I talk about things needing to be fast, this isn't something you need to be able to do yourself when you're using Convertri. This is something Convertri is going to do for you. So you can literally take a photo. If you wanted to take like a headshot photo of yourself, you could do it with your really expensive camera, which, I mean, it could be a camera on an iPhone these days. Is you can upload that photo straight into Convertri, and it will do the job of optimizing it for the web for you. So let's just fill in this one as well. So same process. Now, as I say, the member of my team that did this one for me, this was quite clever. He grabbed this out of the video. That's a slightly more advanced skill. The other person that tested it for me did just use one of the images off the page, but I like this photo more, so I'm going to use it. As you can see, this one's a much bigger image, but we haven't. I promise you, I haven't edited this. This is literally the one downloaded off the site. I shove it into Convertri, and Convertri optimizes it for me. So coming back to the speed thing, every one of these steps that you can not have to do yourself means you get this campaign out quicker. And that's the difference between beating the other guy that's probably targeting the same affiliate product to market, or getting 4 tests out instead of 1. Every time you can do something faster, you can get a better result quicker. And it's going to make such a big difference as an affiliate. When you like lots of people will graduate affiliate marketing, they'll go on to be product owners in their own right, and there you often want to take a bit longer. You want to do a more detailed dive, because like the person who came up with this product probably had to spend a very long time understanding their customer. But when you as an affiliate want to target this product, you want to get it live as quickly as possible. And that's where all of this tooling comes in. What did you want to add about images, Tom?
Great. Well, another thing you can do, guys, you can actually just put a video player button over the image itself. So you can just overlay that in a tool like Canva very easily. And I think what that does, it just helps pre-qualify the person a little bit deeper. So the worst thing you can do in the world, and I'm sure Andy will agree with me, the worst thing you can do is to someone to click through your ad, get to the landing page, click through to the offer, and then be surprised by what they're seeing. You don't want to surprise someone. So the fact you've got a VSL the other side of this lander, I think it'd be very smart to put that play button on top. I believe it'll increase your conversion rates, and it'll increase your click-through rates as well. Naturally, people just love pushing buttons. If you wanted to go further, I can see Andy's firing something up now. Nice. You could also have like a fake video style player. That's something I talk about in my training materials. That's something that's kind of proven to convert better as well. And it also fits with the native advertising experience, because a lot of people who do native ads, so I talk to people a lot about this, and content is buried, video content is buried within written content these days a lot on websites. So you think about the user experience when they click on your native ad, they are expecting to consume some kind of content the other side. So if you've got like a video player embedded within the page, it actually looks quite natural. And Andy will show you in a moment, you can actually hyperlink some of the text inside your copy as well. That's a really good way to go, because it looks very natural as an internal link, as you would see on a content-based website anyway.
Yep, so as Tom said, we make it really easy to get your affiliate link onto the page. So for example, here we can create a link on a button just by going into button settings, and you literally copy and paste your affiliate link, whether it's a hot link from ClickBank or like wherever you've got your affiliate link from for the product you're promoting, drop it onto there, and this button will now be a link to that. You can do the same for text. Like, let's say I'm just going to, for sake of argument, say we want to make the text, things are getting out of control. You would highlight it and you click on the hyperlink button, and then again, paste the link in there and maybe open it in a new tab, maybe same window, but same thing applies. This idea that you can get your links onto the page really, really quickly. There isn't this extra stuff to do now. Hopefully I wasn't too distracting while Tom was talking, but I thought it was a good opportunity to demonstrate the Pixabay integration. Like, it's a really good shout, what Tom said, like putting a play button on top of this, like you can see it matches really, really well. Like it's these people that are going to be talking to them. You see it's like, this is the opening shot that they're probably going to see. So having a play button, now it's not super congruent because the styling here is blue. I probably could have put a little bit more effort in and found a blue one rather than a red one. like it breaks the congruence of the page a little bit, but hopefully you could see that like I was able to get that onto the page, each on top of this image, like because it's free form, you can drag this around, you can put it wherever you want. You've not got to like fight the system to get it where you want. It will help you align it by doing these snap lines. And then that is live, ready to go. We haven't got to like kind of fight the system to get it to do what we want. So this is probably a good point to just, I'm going to publish this page.
Love that
because,
title.
This is a thing that comes up quite a lot. So that page is now published. It loads really fast. Like it wasn't published before. That is now live on the internet. I can make a change to it. Like I'm going to make things are getting out of control bold. I don't know. And we're going to click publish again. So when you click publish, Convertri does all of this optimization stuff for you, such that you can then click refresh and your changes are now live. Like if you're on this call, like if you're watching the replay, apologies, like I'll have made other changes to this page, but if you're watching live, andy.convertri.com/tom-bell. You can, in fact, I can, if you want to see it, stick it in the chat box.
Fantastic.
Oh, I can't, I can only paste that to panelists apparently. But yeah, you can see it on my screen, guys. You're more than welcome to check it out. You can see that like that page is now live straight away, and it looks exactly the same as it did in the editor. We've not got this approximation step. We didn't have to fight to get the play button on top of the image. We didn't have to fight like a row and column system to get the layout we wanted. And we didn't have to worry about like caching times and all kinds of rubbish when we wanted to see the page live. Like we hit publish, 2 or 3 seconds later, bang, done, page is live, ready to go. And if you make a change, hit publish again, it's live. It really is that fast.
Very, very cool. The other thing you could do, guys, just thinking a little bit deeper into that image, you could try like a split screen effect with something like that too. So you could have the man and the woman perhaps on the left-hand side, and then on the right, you could have kind of the device that they're promising in the offer, just to add a little bit more curiosity there as well.
Let's take maybe this image.
Yeah.
There we go. So we're going to get another image onto the page.
I love your analogy with Word as well, Andy. if only it was easy to do this sort of stuff in there.
Oh, sorry, my it's a little bit unhappy with me trying to screencast and do upload.
Oh, okay.
I promise you don't normally get problems with that. You've already seen me upload stuff live. Let me just give it one more quick go.
Yeah,
yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. It gets a little bit unhappy with sometimes when I'm trying to screencast at the same time. But there you go. So let's say we want to do like this on the right, this on the left. Oh, that's no good. We want to crop that down. We will crop that in a moment. But let's, for now, I'm just going to speed it up by doing.
The cool thing as well is you don't need Canva necessarily either to do this sort of stuff. You can just do it directly inside Convertri, guys.
Yeah, so as you can see, like I can move stuff around to my heart's content. Like we said, I won't, like, I mean, I always struggle to juggle stuff. Like I can crop the image in front of you if you really want me to. Like I can do all this editing in Convertri. But I know sometimes when I do these demos, people get a bit like, yeah, we get it. You can edit images, Andy. Like we're here for the marketing, not the like, not the very specific things. So as you can see, again, like if I want to achieve this sort of like 2-column layout, I can do so. Convertri is also smart. It knows that because I put this play button on top of this image, when I move this image, it knows I want the play button to move with it. But I can always just drag the play button out if I want to. So like Convertri's just got this really intuitive, like stuff will snap into place, it'll move around with you. It's just so much easier to use than most of those very blocky things. Like this shove a play button on top of it effect, you can't achieve in most funnel builders because you just can't put one thing on top of another.
Awesome.
Cool. How's everyone doing following along? I realize I've been talking for quite a while doing the demo. Would you like to see me fill in a bit more of the page to get the idea? Stick a note in the chat. Tell me what you'd like to see more of or less of.
Okay, we'll just give it a moment for those to come through.
Yeah, do keep in mind that like this template, like you don't need to keep notes on this template. Like we will literally give this to you as part of your free trial, so you can try all of this stuff out for yourselves. This isn't some like super expensive thing that I'm going to try and sell you in a moment. Like you can literally have a free copy of this at the end of the call when we're done chatting.
Very cool. So Lloyd's got a really good question. Are you using different CDNs in different geos to increase speed? For example, a server in the UK, another USA, another in Australia.
So yes, absolutely. And we have a bunch of different CDNs depending on the content type. So we serve the pages differently to the images, differently to videos. So they come from pretty much, the bigger the thing is, the closer we serve it to them from. So the page itself, we load from 3 core data centers. So we maximize the availability in like really expensive Google run data centers. For images, we're in like 20 or so geos all over the world. And for videos, we're in even more than that to get video chunks as close to people as possible. So in answer to your question, yeah, absolutely. Like you pretty much can't do without that as like a professional like landing page building service now. It's when we first did all this stuff 5 years ago, it was pretty groundbreaking. Now it's kind of like the guys that didn't do this at all just got wiped out. Like you can't claim to be a professional landing page builder and not offer that kind of like content delivery technology. It pretty much has to be baked in. I know some of our competitors, like kind of halfway house, that you have to do an integration with Cloudflare in order to get the same thing. We prefer to do it all for you. So one of the other things we'll do is like you can add a custom domain that automatically links to the CDNs I've just talked about. You can issue a free SSL certificate for it, and we handle all of that within the app. Whereas if our competitors go down the Cloudflare approach, and you have to do like a separate integration for yourself, we decided that was just unnecessary technical complexity, which we didn't want to have people to jump through hoops for.
Excellent.
Sorry, I'm quite a techie nerd of a founder. Does that answer your question, Lloyd? I do love waffling about it. Please let me know if that was what you were looking for.
Okay, can't say anything just yet. Oh yes, yeah.
Sorry, I always forget that it's like there's a little bit of a lag for him to hear it, and he's got to actually type, and I kind of just sit here in silence. Everyone else is like, come on, Andy, come on.
So I've got one more question. This is from Jack, and he's asking, hey mate, so he's asking if you can demo the countdown timer. Now, I remember using this recently because I was doing a launch for one of my, I own this tennis website. I can't remember if I told you about that, Andy, but we were doing a promo for one of our consultancy products. So we had it for that, and it was awesome. So I'd quite like to use that again as well. So yeah, that's the countdown timer.
Absolutely. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about marketing theory before I do the demo. One of the best conversion factors you can do in your campaigns is to have some concept of scarcity or urgency. Obviously, a countdown timer is all about urgency, and you will have to take your own decision about like how you want to set it up. If it's quite common with like an evergreen affiliate campaign, is you want to run it in evergreen mode. So the time on the countdown timer starts relative to when they hit the page, but you can also set up a countdown timer that is like globally true for everyone. So let's say, for example, when we do a big product launch, our countdown timers are usually counting down to like the close of the offer. So you can either have it be true for everyone, or it can be true for each individual person that the countdown timer is counting down. So first of all, I'm just going to show off one of Convertri's really cool things. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a countdown timer in underneath these images. So what you can do is, instead of having to move everything around one by one, you can hold down Shift, which obviously you can't see me doing, but I can just tell you I am. And then when you pull down, what you're doing is you're pulling everything on the page down to create this extra space. So then we can drag and drop our countdown timer on like that, and then we can Shift pull again to close up some of that space. So we've now got the countdown timer like inserted into the page more easily than trying to shuffle everything around. Then from there, it's a very simple case of you can set the mode. So it's like, is it fixed for everyone? Is it evergreen? Like, so a very common one is to want an evergreen one that's like, I don't know, we'll set it to 27 minutes and 4 seconds from when they hit the page. And we can set the mode, we can set what it does. So like on expiry, we can hide the timer, we can like redirect to another page, we can have it kind of perform whatever action we want. Typically, you're just going to want to hide the timer on an affiliate campaign. Like you don't need to be particularly clever with these things. Just the mere existing of like a ticking time on the page encourages the person to read it and then click through. Like if you can link it to the offer in some way, it'll really help, because if you can have like offer expiring in, and then this is like globally true for everyone, it makes the effect stronger. But even if you just put a counting clock onto a page, it will encourage more people to click through to the next page, and your conversions will go up because of it. And then again, we hit publish, and we now have the new layout of our images. We've got the countdown timer. All of this stuff is just like on the page. And if you hit up that page, hit refresh for yourselves, you will see that countdown timer is relative to you. So you're also seeing 27 minutes and 4 seconds. So it's going to be true for like everyone that hits your page.
Very nice. Was that helpful, Jack?
Convertri is pretty full of these like conversion tactics. It's the advantage. As I say, like I got my start in the affiliate marketing industry, and even now, although like I tend to spend more time on the vendor side, like a lot of the way we sell Convertri is via affiliates. It's still the same game. Like, you know, Tom is here because he's affiliate selling Convertri. So all of these tactics that just really help with affiliate marketing campaigns they were baked into Convertri from day one. They weren't an afterthought. Like a lot of the more enterprisey, like SaaS-based ones targeting big business that do similar stuff to us, they have a lot of these features now, but they're often second-class citizens. Like some of our competitors didn't have a countdown timer until about a year or so ago, and it became this like afterthought of a thing, whereas we've literally had countdown timers since day one because it's such an important part of online marketing. I hope that's the demo you were looking for, Jack. Have we had any other questions pop up while I've been waffling away?
I can't see any at the moment. Oh, yeah, we do.
Perfect.
Okay, I can answer this, Lloyd. So does it integrate with all or most native and traffic sources such as Outbrain, Taboola? Yes, it does, because I'm doing it at the moment. Easy answer. And it also integrates with volume, which a lot of funnel builders don't. So ClickFunnels, for instance, they won't integrate with volume. I mean, you'd have a hard time integrating them with a few different places, to be honest. But volume is completely compatible with Convertri, which I love because it just makes things so much easier for me. And that isn't a plug for volume, but I like to tell people sort of honestly what I am using. So yeah, I am using volume. I'm using Convertri. Very good place to go when it comes to tracking. Okay.
Yeah, we do our best to be compatible with everything we can. Like we consider ourselves part of a wider ecosystem. Like I would love to be a traffic source, a traffic tracker, an affiliate network, my own autoresponder, like my own webinar platform. I'd love to be all of these things in the digital marketing space, but that's quite a big challenge, and that's unlikely to ever happen. So we exist alongside these other companies. We want you to be able to use as many tools as you possibly can. Like I know a lot of like people doing affiliate marketing on this call are more focused on the like getting clicks through to a sales page to start with, not list building. But as for example, we integrate with tons of the biggest autoresponders directly ourselves. Then if that doesn't work, we've got a Zapier integration. And then if that doesn't work, we've got our own like import a form from anywhere integration, because it's just so important to us that whatever tools you already use should work in Convertri. The same as we have an HTML element, which is quite rare because it's quite hard to make work on a custom landing page, but you can get just about any widget off any other system that you want to work in Convertri into that custom HTML element to work the way you do, which is, as I say, rare for a landing page builder like ourselves. But we give you that ability to work with. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it works with absolutely everything out there. It's software, of course it doesn't. But we're pretty widely successful with that thing. It's a concept that's been baked in since day one.
Fantastic. So we've got 10 minutes left. Guys, what I'd like to do is just open this up to any sort of general questions at the moment that you might have for me or Andy. So if you pop those in the chat now, I've got a couple lined up for him, my side. And yeah, just get those over to us, guys, and we will love to help you out with those. Anything
Excellent.
at all regarding landing pages.
While you guys type in questions, I mean, to be fair, I'm happy to answer questions about other stuff as well. And I'll hang around past the hour if people want to ask more marketing questions. I love this stuff. While you guys type stuff into the chat box, I've just got my final speed slide. I said that there were 3 key things with it, and I just want to explain kind of how we go further as Convertri. So what more you get. In the early days, we were a little bit focused on, and please keep in mind this was 5 or 6 years ago now, but we were a little bit overly focused on just being good at the software and not good at just everything else that goes with it. And over the years, we've taken that super seriously. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend it's altruistic. I want to sell you subscription software, and the best way to sell you subscription software is for both the software and the support around it to feel amazing. So I will talk it up, but that's clearly my motivation. What we do is we provide personalized help on a free onboarding call. So when you sign up for a free trial, as I say, you don't have to pay for this. You get a free trial. The free onboarding call happens within that 14-day period. You'll get an email about how to book it. This isn't some upsell we're going to try and ding you a load of money for. You can just have this for free and then cancel the trial if you want. And what I've done is I've got the people that run our onboarding calls to go through Tom's training in detail. So you won't just be getting a Convertri onboarding call. They'll be able to talk to you about how to apply those concepts that are in that training, how to build a landing page that's based on what he talks about in that training as well. We've also got a really expansive knowledge base. So over the years, in fact, let me just pull it up. As you can see from the article counts, we built this up over the years. There is an article in here for the kind of self-starter, the person that doesn't want to wait to talk to another human being. You just want to look up the answers for yourself. The answers are probably in there 90% of the time. We built this up over years and years and years of getting these questions. And every time we get a question that we don't already have an article for, we write the article for it so the next guy can just find it. Then obviously, if you can't find it, you can email support@convertri.com, and we have a team of people that's pretty close to 24/7 now. There's a few weekend hours we don't cover, but we're certainly 24/5 and quite a lot of weekend cover too. So there should be someone on the support desk basically whenever you're working. So if you get stuck, if you can't find the answer, if you want to be how the hell do I make the button red? I can't find it. Even if it's not wanting to insult anyone, we've all done it, right? You're you want the answer to the dumb question, right? And you're sat there going please just tell me how to make the button red. You can send that question to support and someone will be there to help you out to fix it. And something I didn't put on this slide is we've also got a really active Facebook group, which, I mean, you're welcome to join even if you don't join Convertri, but it's where a load of our team are in there. There's a lot of our Convertri power users in there. There's thousands of people at this point who are they're happy to talk marketing, they're happy to talk Convertri, they're happy to help you out. A lot of the time these days, the community beats us to answering the question. So you can, as weird as it is to say, you can often get faster help from people that I don't even pay to help you than you can from the people that I pay to help you. It's a really cool resource. So as I say, all of this stuff that's going to be available, all part of the free trial.
What's the group called, Andy? So people can join that?
It's called Convertri Clubhouse. If you search if you search Convertri on Facebook, it'll be one of the top group results. Should be the top group result. Right. As I say, please come and join us. Even if you don't take advantage of the Convertri trial today or at all, come and join us in the group. You'll learn some cool marketing stuff.
Fantastic. That sounds like a great opportunity, guys. So get stuck in there, get networking with people as well.
Cool. Okay, right, before I've got a final pitch slide. So I'm a marketer. Of course, I've got a pitch slide. But before we get on to that, talk to me about your questions. What stuff would you guys like to know? And what have you prepared as well, Tom?
Yeah, we've got a question from Jack.
Hey, Jack.
Can you share typical page load times for the USA?
Yes, I can. Here's one I prepared earlier. Oh, sorry. This is like it's coming from the test servers in Canada on this one, not US, but it's very representative. So this is literally this page that my team built out literally this morning using the exact template and approach that we're teaching you to do, and I've run it through GT metrics, so you can see how well it scores, how fast it loads. If you please, if you want to recreate this yourselves, it's gtmetrics.com. It's an excellent analysis tool. It's considerably better than Google's PageSpeed Insights, which has got just worse and worse over the years, where Google's own properties now score really badly on its own speed testing because it tests a load of stuff that just is irrelevant. We don't really know why they do it, but GT Metrics is amazing and will give you just like great insight.
Great stuff. Right, I apologise, guys, if there's any noise my side, because I've just had the hail come down. What's the weather like in London, Andy?
We're not sunny, but we're certainly not. There's no rain or hail, and I think you're okay. Like I certainly didn't hear any like hail picked up on the mic.
Oh, that's
so
good.
I think you're good.
Out of nowhere. Well, nothing would surprise me with the British weather, that's for sure. So Lloyd's asking about does Convertri have an API?
So yes and no. It depends. Like we have API integrations with a load of third-party services. We have webhooks come from things like opt-ins and our carts. You can't build pages via an API. We have a custom HTML element for like getting other people's stuff onto our pages, which for a technical person, it's not technically an API, but that's often what people mean when they say it. So I'm kind of including it in the list. If you please feel free to ask me like anything specific, like I would like to try and achieve X, or like does it have an API to do Y? Like I'll happily talk you through what things we have and what we don't, if there's something more specific.
Okay, so I'll let that question come in if there is anything to add on that. I've got a couple of questions for you, Andy. Did you want to lead ahead with anything before I ask you those, or
no, please do. The Q&A section is my absolute favorite part, so please fire away.
Great. So I think it'd be really beneficial, although we've kind of got affiliates sort of in the audience here. What does actually running a software company look like day to day, and what advice could you give to someone looking to start maybe their own software product?
Oh yeah, sure. That's a rare question. I don't normally get something like that. So probably the best piece of advice I can start with, and this is true of whether it's affiliate marketing or you want to be a vendor on ClickBank or you want to run a SaaS company, like get really clear on the problem you solve and who you solve it for. That took me a while to wrap my head around, and even starting Convertri, like we had half of it. We definitely had a pretty key core idea of like the problem we were solving. We were less clear early on. Like we had a lot of conversations that sounded like, what problem do we solve? Well, we're a funnel builder. We solve the problem of like people want to build funnels. Who do we solve that for? Well, we solve it for people that want to build funnels. And it was this very like technically true. Like I don't think anything I've said there is a lie, but it's a statement that doesn't necessarily help you. And more recently, we've got a lot clearer about, for example, one of our big target audiences is affiliate marketers, like making it as easy as possible to get these very templatized pages built as quickly as possible, targeting like full-on vendors that may be on the other side of the affiliate marketing equation, so they can build their pages, like their long-form sales pages, as quickly as possible. But getting clearer on what problem you solve and where you solve it is pretty key, and then getting whatever it is to market as quickly as possible in the simplest form. This is something I think we did really well with Convertri. So there was obviously a 3-month initial build period where we didn't have enough to show people. We didn't have like anything there, but even then we had like a group on Facebook called the Software Shack, where we invited a load of people in our industry into the group to just come and see what we did. And like lots of people wanted to know how I built software. Like I've got a good reputation for it. So we kind of like built it out in the open. And then even though we wouldn't launch it until like about 7 months in, after those first 3 months, we already started onboarding some of those people as beta users. So they were able to play around with it. They were able to mock me profusely for all the things that didn't work. They were able to like laugh at all the features we didn't have, but it was very public and very iterative. So although it was like every time I had to sit on a Skype call with someone pointing out all the things we didn't have that felt just absolutely essential, that was core feedback for me about things that the market saw as absolutely essential. And what that meant was 7 months in, when we did that really big product launch, Convertri just had so many of the things people wanted. It wasn't things that I thought they wanted. It was literally things that other real human beings had sat down with me and said, I want X. And I think that made such a big difference to us.
Oh, 100%. I love how you listen to the customer as well. I mean, that's something Jeff Bezos has basically said is behind his success as well. Yeah, that's great to hear. So what was the point you thought you were really onto something, Andy, with Convertri?
So just after we finished the initial product launch, like we had inklings on the way through while we were building it, while we were getting customer like engagement, like as I say, those beta users, like there were a few more beta users than for past things I built. There was just that like every single thing we did, there was just a bit more interest than I was expecting. So that gave me like hints. Then we did the launch week. We sold over $750,000 of it in 6 days.
Wow.
But I basically didn't sleep. Well, I hadn't slept for like probably months in the run up to it, and then I didn't sleep at all during that week. I think I collapsed on the floor for a few hours at one point. So I didn't have time for it to settle in during that week. Then there was a moment afterwards when I decompressed and I was like, holy shit, like that was so much bigger than I ever thought it could possibly be. And
Amazing.
that was when we really started to think like this is big. This is bigger than we thought it was going to be. Like we've been in the game for a while. We were confident it was going to be successful. We had no idea it was going to be this successful.
Amazing.
Then, sorry, just to tell one last bit of the story. Then the
Go for it.
the follow-up point where it really hit in was, so what normally happens for anyone on the call that doesn't know is a lot of software gets launched like this with a lifetime deal for early adopters. We did that in 2016, July 2016, for 6 days only. You could get Convertri for back then. You got a lifetime license for $300.
Whoa.
We don't sell it for that anymore. And most importantly, we never sold it again after those 6 days. And it was because so many products on the market just go back on lifetime deal 2 months later because they can't sell it for recurring, goes back on lifetime deal, and then that's it forever. So everyone was waiting and waiting, and there weren't that many sales for a few months after that launch because everyone assumed I was lying when I said we were never doing it again. And then all of a sudden the floodgates opened and it was like people suddenly got it. I was not lying. I was holding firm. Like I cannot run a company like of this complexity on lifetime deal. It doesn't work. I will go out of business. You will lose access to the software you've paid for. It doesn't work. I have to charge recurring for it. And what that meant is that suddenly the market got it. They appreciated the point, and we suddenly started to see a regular flow of people just paying us recurring money. And that was absolutely life-changing, not just for me, but for the product as well, because that's what lets me employ a team of 20 people that provide nearly 24/7 support, that provide updates literally every single Tuesday, every Tuesday since we've launched. Even we had one Christmas day that was a Tuesday, and a developer put something live because he was like, I don't celebrate Christmas in December, I celebrate it in January. I'll be at work, so I will just deploy the new features. So, and we can't make that kind of progress off $300 one time. That's just not how this game works. And the software is so much better for it.
Great. Well, thanks for answering all of those, Andy. That's amazing. And if there are people out there that, I hope you have been inspired by that on the software front as well. It's an amazing story. So I'm glad we could get a bit deeper into Andy's story there as well. I also like the fact you had your background in affiliate marketing to start with, Andy. I often find a lot of people do that go into like the vendor side of things, whether that is software or on the product front in terms of like getting other affiliates to promote their offers. But yeah, it's a great story. And I think one of the key takeaways today that I've certainly taken away, and I think other people should as well. It's all the dimensions to speed. So, you know, whether that's people's attention span and needing the fast loading speed, people's attention spans are getting shorter and shorter every single day, myself included, when it comes to loading something on Netflix. But also just the fact that traffic sources will crawl your pages. So you're going to be served a better level of service from Facebook, in my opinion. You're going to get better traction in the algorithm if you've got a faster loading speed. So very, very, very important. And I know Convertri are all about absolutely rapid loading speed on their pages. And as Andy's shown you, you know, you can go and you can test it and you can see for yourselves. And I'd encourage you to go out and test it against your landing page facility at the moment. They've got the free trial. Take advantage of that. After this webinar today, I'm going to be emailing all of you with a dedicated link for the 14-day free trial. So look out for that. Anything to add, Andy?
Yeah, so I just wanted to do a really quick summary. As I say, this isn't building up to some like $2,000 package. It's not like some over the top like thing like that. But I just wanted to do a really quick summary of everything you're getting. So when you claim your free trial, make sure you do it through Tom's link so we can give you the extra like templates and so on. But you will get, like, it's a full 14-day free trial. You get unlimited use of the template for building your landing pages according to Tom's teaching. We've got hundreds of other templates as well if you want to use them. You'll get a free onboarding call with a member of my team, so you can sit down and you can ask them questions about like how do I fill in this slot on this page, or like, you know, I'm trying to promote this offer and I don't get what the audience quite is, like, can you help me figure that out? Or how do I make the button red? Or whatever it is, like, you need help with. Everyone's good at some aspects and bad at others, and that call is there to help you over whatever those humps are. And then even after you've had that call, we've got dedicated customer support, we've got the in-depth knowledge base, the Facebook group, and the exciting like thing that I always say for last in this list is the page importer. So what you're able to do with Convertri is point it at just about any page on the internet, and it will import it into Convertri for you. So if you see an affiliate offer, now please don't rip off people, like, this isn't what it's for. But if you see a really good page out there that you want to make into a template for yourself, you can run it through our page importer. Now that doesn't have to be a Convertri based page. That can be any page. So you can see the offer out there, you can see the kind of style you like, you can import it, you can edit it up in Convertri. Often it will load faster just for being imported into it. So perhaps you've got a WordPress site and you've got a landing page built on it. You'll be able to import that landing page into Convertri, mess around with it, and see how much faster it loads. Again, all within a 14-day free trial. I hope you try it. I hope you love it. I really do.
Even just the page importer facility in itself, guys, is worth the money, in my opinion. That's fantastic. The other thing I just want to add is, with anything technical, and this is sort of just a general internet marketing tip, really, anything technical, whether that's hosting, whether it's, you know, landing page stuff, whether it's websites, you've got to take advantage of the support. And I think certainly when I was getting started, I didn't come from a techie background like Andy did, but even just having very basic questions about hosting, I mean that's all taken care of with Convertri with their cloud hosting, which is amazing. But the support is the main thing. You will have questions when you get started. So I think having access to good quality support is, you know, that is the best thing you could ever want, really, when it comes to this stuff. So that's really reassuring to hear, Andy. You know, you've got a free onboarding call, and you've got that dedicated customer support as well. I think that's excellent.
Cool, thank you. We've put a lot of time into like trying to work out like how we can get people up to speed as quickly as possible, like what it is that like they need help with. And honestly, what the thing everyone always tells us is, it's like there's no one thing that every single person needs help with. Like, some people are like amazing salespeople and have the technical skills of roadkill. Some people are like super technical and like would struggle even to fill in the headline template that I've got here. Like, it doesn't matter like how extreme it is, like what you're good at, what you're bad at. We want to make sure the resources are there to help you over those humps. Because again, I want you to keep using the software. I want you to start paying me money. Like, that's like, I make no secret of that side of it. But I know you won't do it. Like, if you take one look at the software and you can't use it and you can't get help with it, like, you ain't never paying me money if that's true.
Well, I think that's a lovely point to wrap up on. Yeah, and you've been amazing, Andy. And I know you've actually gone above and beyond, I think, what I was initially expecting from the webinar as well. So we really appreciate all of those marketing tips in there too. So guys, what are you waiting for? I will send you an email out today with the free trial, and I really hope you'll move forward with that. It is something I'm using myself. Anything I recommend, I only recommend it because I'm actually using it myself. I hope you take advantage of that trial and the templates. There's way more templates on there as well than you could possibly imagine. There's hundreds literally. So if you wanted to create your own VSL, for instance, for an offer, you could do that. There's more traditional affiliate templates. There's e-commerce type things as well. So great. Okay, well, Andy, I will leave you there. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you and our connection as well. I'm really grateful for that. And I look forward to seeing you all soon, guys. Thanks for attending and take care. Have a great Wednesday.
Cool. Thank you very much, everyone. And thanks for hosting me, Tom.
No worries. Okay, I'll speak to you soon, guys. See you later. Bye.